we should see ourselves on Mike Newmeyer Music pretty soon here. Boom. Hello, Facebook. Hope you're having a great Saturday. We're so happy to bring you another Sharing Music. What's up, Gabriel?
What's up, man?
Mi hermano, mi
How are you?
parcero.
How are you, parcero?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited to have these guests. We have Tatiana from Bogota, Colombia.
Hey, hola.
We got
Tatiana,
Bryan
Tati.
Cole from Calgary, Alberta in Canada, which is like right above Montana. You know, I just asked him that. I didn't know. And then Bryan Carrott, and you're from an area of New York. You said it was Queen, right outside of Queens?
Yes, it's called Valley Stream.
I
Nueva
love
York.
that. I love that gesture.
Yeah. Hey,
And
Mike, tell me how to get to your Facebook thing again.
oh yeah, it's Mike Newmeyer Music.
Oh, music. Okay.
And I'll even put the link, although it's harder for you on the iPad, right? And then I wanted to make the first joke of the day. Hey, Bryan. Oh, we got two Bryans. Tatiana figured it out, though. What was the system?
What was the system? So I think we have, because they're both BC, so we have BCC, BCC Canadian, and BC.
Nice. Bryan Carrott claimed it. He's like, I get the original BC. And we're going to have Bryan Cole open up for us today. So you want to tell us anything about what you're going to play?
Sure. Well, what I'm going to play is kind of like an improvisation piece type thing that I like playing a lot. I played it a couple times, I think, on the Vibes Workshop weekly Sunday meetings, which I'm not sure if we can put a link out there, but everyone should show up to those because they're always tons of fun. And I've recorded a bit. It's going to be on an ambient EP that's coming out soonish, hopefully. And it's named after my favorite practice room from where I got my diploma at Red Deer College, and it's called B500. So I hope you all enjoy.
Have fun, Bryan. Yeah. Beautiful.
Bonito.
Take me away to a relaxing world
Beautiful, man. Oof.
of pillows and clouds and practice rooms.
What is the name of? Oh, that's right. Yeah, the practice room.
E500.
Yep. The tiny little practice room shoved way far away from all the other ones in a corner separate next to an art vault. So
Wow. Did it have windows?
nope.
So you created the windows with your music.
Beautiful.
That's what music for, huh?
It's like, were there pads on the walls? What are we getting at here?
I mean, it was a nice room, but it wasn't soundproof at all. And I know the lecture rooms next to us were not fans of that.
Oh, okay.
What's really cool too is that you said it's an improvisation, but it's like structured.
Yeah, so the whole idea of it, I call them just sketches. It's kind of like how David Friedman or like Keiko Abe type pieces are, where it's here's the idea that I wrote out, improvise in this general style. Which for this one, the main theme that I wrote was kind of that. Just going down in thirds and keeping that pattern. So I kept that was all that I wrote for it. And then just improvised around a general structure with it and returning back to the main theme.
I'm going to bring Bryan in on this because Bryan was talking about, this is Bryan Carrott I'm talking about, who talked about the idea of conduction or kind of like composing in real time, right? Or more so structured improvisation.
Well, yeah, it was structured in that there were certain signs, specific signs that Butch Morris had, and so he could have, in the beginning, he was doing this from music that he had scripted, that he had written, composed, and then where he would take it with these conduction signs were, it came in and off, off and on of the page. It was in the music, and then you might give a cue, and bam, we're hitting the same time at such and such a place. But different things would happen. But eventually, he not only started collaborating with musicians. We were talking about Indian musicians, Turkish people that played indigenous instruments, and also taking melodies that he had heard in those places, and utilizing the same process, and then eventually totally improvising, and sometimes hiring mainly classical musicians to do it. So you'd be like in Italy, and they say, cellist would say, "Where is the music?" And he say, "There's no music. You're gonna improvise." They say, "Oh." But
SpaghettiOs.
yeah, but then you would have some, very interesting, creative results.
Y Gabriel es composición es en tiempo real. Es composición en tiempo real. You're making music
right.
in real time, right?
In real time.
So back to Bryan Cole. I think that's really cool, and I just love the structured improvisation. And I would want to ask, are they available?
Not yet, mainly because I haven't looked into the whole licensing process of everything. But I do write some of them down, and this is one that I have written down, as well as one of the much longer ones that's going to be on the EP.
Right away, like, what should I share to make sure we direct people towards where your EP will be posted? Like Instagram or your...
Instagram is definitely the number one, at Cole Vibes with 3s instead of E's.
Cool.
Or Bryan K.S. Cole on Facebook. Those are the best 2 spots.
And I may even ask you that again, and then I'll put that in the comments. Let's go to Tatiana and see what she's going to play for us.
Okay, so I'm going to change the mood a little bit, because I want to share with you guys, Spanglish is one of the things that has changed my life for good and forever, I have to say, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, right? And this is a tiny piece from a Disney movie. I have to confess. Like, I said, like, oh yeah, it's just like a regular song. But then I watched the movie, and every time I cry. So I'm gonna try. It's not gonna happen today. Nah, I'm kidding. Maybe you guys are gonna recognize it. It's called "Remember Me." Recuérdame, hoy me tengo que ir, mi amor, recuérdame. No llores, por favor, te llevo en mi corazón y cerca me tendrás. A solas yo te cantaré soñando en regresar. Recuérdame, aunque tenga que emigrar, recuérdame. Si mi guitarra oyes llorar, ella con su triste canto te acompañará hasta que en mis brazos tú estés. Recuérdame. Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me. Don't let it make you cry, for even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I'll sing a secret song for you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me. Each time you hear a sad guitar, know that I'm with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Coco. That movie is like one of the greatest from the past years, in my point of view.
It's
my
true.
Loved
I'm just imagining the grandma just looking up,
No, don't say it.
just
I'm gonna
starting
cry
to
again.
realize that she remembers it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my gosh. Thank you for bringing me to that moment. That's so awesome. So then that was improvised. Like, let's talk about the conduction behind Remember Me. No, just kidding.
What can I say? Yeah, this is like real-time lyrics in Spanglish. No way.
You know, and I wanted to say that I really enjoyed that. And that leads me to a little segue because Spanglish is this term I kind of place with mate meetup. Have you ever heard of mate meetup?
No, what is that?
Well, it's I'm thinking I gotta think of it. Pauline Roberts, because I sometimes mess up Pauline's name. Jen Martinez pair together, and they have artists, and then they translate into Spanish. And so they're trying to bring all of these arts from these different speaking languages together.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I know I'm using your tune to plug their event today. It's called Vibe Fest, and it's a show tonight, and then tomorrow they're doing some stuff as well. So please check out Mate Meetup and Vibe Fest. But
Very cool.
back to Tatiana. So anything else you want to say about Remember Me, like before you cry?
Ah,
No, it's not meant to be for crying, you know. No, actually, it's like I don't know why, but I picked this song because watching the movie, I realized like, okay, finally we're like building real bridges. You know, that it's not like, but because usually we see like the representation of like the yeah. After Mexico is like everything exactly the same, you know. Sometimes, but this
Yeah.
was so like so well done and all the detail and the way they did it like super carefully and even the characters speaking in English but with their Hispanic accent. So I was like, I really, that's me on the screen. It's like I really want to learn that. So that's it. That's why I wanted to bring this up.
Good.
sure.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So Disney did a good one there.
In my opinion, yes. Like musically, it's really well done.
Beautiful. Mhm.
Well,
And
I
if
think in where I'm from, you have what you call sometimes New Yorkers.
Of course, I love them.
So I would say that your version of Spanglish is like a high quality. It's like high functioning. You know, like it's like when you speak English very well, very properly, and you know, Spanglish is like urban wise out here is like where you know you say something and then it turns into Spanish, then it turns into English, and it's like in and out. You know.
No, I feel you. Like because I used to be like that, but if the language barrier took a lot of time from my like my inner peace. But at the same time, I feel like especially
Is that
because sorry, what were you gonna
well?
say?
I just have a question. Like, is that
Yeah.
because like when you're hearing it and then you have to in your mind translate it to your language until it gets until it's more. In other words, yeah, like you have to like you know, I was in Italy one time and I said I copito English and the woman said no. And then I said, okay, maybe hot tea with lemon. And she knew what I said.
Yeah.
And she said it back in Italian. And to this day, that's all I remember how to say, like, because she said it so specifically, but she translated it in her mind first. So I was wondering if that's the process that you're dealing with that makes it take longer.
Yes, I guess once you're starting, it feels like you have to first thinking whatever your first language is, and then
Mhm.
it has to come out in English, right? But sometimes it's like, okay, I don't know the exact translation of these words, so I have to change the entire phrase. And
Right.
then after some time, you just feel like, okay, I actually can think
In the
like
language.
what I exactly in English. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I know like some pronunciations, I'm never gonna get them. So it's really funny. For example, I've having trouble. For example, telling a friend that I was missing sneakers, and she was totally convinced I was looking for a shoe when I was looking for a chocolate bar. So she was like super really confused, and I was looking like a crazy lady because I was like, I remember I had it here and I was gonna eat it, and she was like, you were gonna eat a shoe? So things like that. So I feel like
Wow.
and it's like one of several stories. So I feel like
That's some improvisation right there.
and
Yeah,
that's
I thought you meant sneaker too at first, but yeah, of course.
exactly.
Now I know it's
Until today, I can't. It's like
sneaker
sneak.
bar.
that's what I think of is that when we improvise, we learn how to talk by improvising, right? And by totally by ear. Where we learn music in the Western sense, we learn it by reading. It's opposite of how we learn language. And so I feel like I always try to get my students to be improvising, and then like when they see an E7 chord, first you have to translate, but eventually it's just all there. I think they're very close. No conozco la lengua muy bien, pero
Let's see
recuerdo
exactly. You're
poco palabras.
repeating exactly how you heard, and it's fine.
Right. Well, Brian, I wanted to use Disney as a segue because I'm thinking, when did you play Lion King, Bryan Carrott?
Wow. It,
That
wow,
I saw it.
it's over 20 years ago. I think it
Like
was when it first opened and for the first couple years.
And I think so who knows? I went to see it in like 1999, maybe 2000, and
Okay.
I may have seen one of the shows you were in, right? So
Yeah,
Disney.
because I used to sub for Valerie a lot, and sometimes she would go for 2 weeks, and I played every show 2 weeks straight, and it got to the point where I was, I even though I was a sub, I had memorized the show. I didn't have to use the music, so that takes a lot, I guess.
That's awesome. Well, I'm just thinking that the Disney really brought us some good stuff. But are you playing Disney today for us?
I wasn't
Just
planning
kidding.
to.
What are you gonna play first?
There's no need.
I don't know what I'm gonna play, man. Oh wow. I thought I wanted to play an original composition.
Whatever you want.
Well, actually, let me see, because the process that Bryan was talking about. Can you see the instrument?
Yeah.
Okay. The process that Busy C was expressing how he came up with a melody and then worked around it. I know that most of the tunes that I compose are usually done on the piano, but this particular one, it came from noodling around on the vibes, and it started out with this. And I just kept doing that, and I didn't know why I was doing it, and so then it developed parts. And the first time I started performing this was with a group with 4 vibraphonists. A guy had started a group called Vibration Industrial Park, and so I started creating parts that could be played contrapuntally. This is the basic.
Yeah,
man.
so awesome.
Man.
Oh,
It's been a long time since I
Oh,
played that
man.
solo, so
So
I had
beautiful,
some fingers
man. Whoa, really good, man.
in.
Beautiful.
Gracias. Muchas
Uf, qué
gracias.
música, hermosa música, hermano.
The name of the piece is called "The Last Shall Be First,"
Ah.
and it's taken from. It's inspired by a scripture where Jesus is talking to people, and he says, "And so those who have will have, and those who don't will not have," something like that. And then the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So that actually was first. It was only recorded by a singer who is she was raised in the church, and she put gospel lyrics to jazz musicians' compositions. Does that make sense, Gabriel?
What?
Maybe
No.
Jana can translate.
say it one more time.
Comprende?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So that was one of the songs of mine that she recorded, except they did it more like a rock funk, like boom, 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 boom. Terry Lynn Carrington. Yeah. And then her name is Ruth Naomi Floyd, the singer and lyricist. And that record is on, probably you can find on YouTube. It's called Paradigms for Desolate Times. A lot of great musicians on there. Terry Lynn Carrington is the drummer, and Uri Kane, the pianist. So that's the story for that song.
Cool, I found
I
it.
haven't recorded it as an instrumental yet.
What's the title again?
The Last Shall Be First.
Thank you. The
The last one?
The last shall be first.
Primero.
Últimos serán los primeros.
Can
Well,
you
I
repeat
wanna.
that?
Beautiful song, beautiful tune.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the moment you went to the hands, I know Gabriel and
We were all
we were like, we just all freaked out. I saw everybody freaking out, and
I forgot that I actually,
really good way.
when I performed the song live, I actually start out that way, but I forgot about that.
I want to say hi to Johan Veldkamp, who my phone has been a little slow, so I'm gonna catch up to everybody in comments, and then Massimo Simone is watching. So hello everybody, and Bryan Cole is gonna play next. And Bryan does have to get going because he is giving back to the community, teaching music, and so we're gonna have him play one more, I think, and then he's gonna have to head out. Does that sound good, Bryan Cole?
Sounds good. I may check my watch partway through it to make sure I'm not going over, but
All right.
it's not because I'm getting bored of my own playing.
I can monitor time a little bit too for you.
Okay. Well, this next sketch, composition, improvisation that I'm going to be doing is also off of the upcoming EP. It doesn't really have a title yet, so it's kind of just Nocturne number 1. It's definitely kind of using lots of glisses that I like to call squiggles and just gradually moving through some cool ideas. And I hope you all enjoy.
Yes.
Oh man. Woohoo.
I said yes too loud there. Yes.
Yes.
Brian, I told you, Brian BCC, Brian Cole, I told you I loved your style. You know, I said I
Oh,
got to bring you on sharing. I've watched your videos. I've loved seeing the style. I also love your hockey jersey and hat collection. Brian makes really cool mallet review videos, and I put his YouTube in the comments. And I just want to thank you for your time.
Is it your
I
composition?
want to thank you so much for having me.
Oh, Gabriel wants to ask you.
The name?
Sorry to cut you off.
Your composition, Brian?
It's my composition, sketch, arrangement, improvisation, whatever you want to call it. And it's just titled right now Nocturne #1 because I wrote it at about 3 in the morning. And I plan on doing that again.
Really good.
I was curious. Have you had any opportunity to score any, put music to video or film?
Not quite. It might be part of a project. I had an opportunity to record in the pool at the University of Lethbridge, which hopefully those videos will be coming out in the next few weeks. But that's, I believe, with a project. Some of these improvisations I've done with dancers in the past, before the dark ages, but not quite with film or any type of video games or anything like that. At least not yet.
Yeah, some of it reminded me of like scoring for independent film of some kind, you know, like a obviously dream sequence, but not necessarily, you know. So I've done several you know, music for film things, not my own work, not my own compositions, but and most of it has been like independent type films and stuff like that, and it just took me there, you know. So yeah, I can imagine you probably have opportunities to collaborate that way. I'm sure.
I hope to hear
I'll
more.
have to start looking into it.
Yeah.
But I do have to go. Thank you all for having me. It was absolutely wonderful. I'll probably be watching a little bit from when I get to teaching before I start.
Very
Okay.
Thanks
cool.
again.
You don't have to
Nice to
drive
meet
there.
See you later,
Brian.
Brian.
CC.
Okay.
Thank you.
So awesome. Such a great
Easy.
community.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tatiana, let's hear what your next piece is going to be.
Okay, this is a piece from a Colombian composer. His name is Juan Carlos Contreras, and he's actually a cuatro player. I'm not pretty sure if you guys are familiarized with that, but it's like a tiny guitar, let's say, just four strings
Okay.
from the plains, eastern plains in Colombia. And this is originally written for the harp, folkloric harp, and it's meant to be played with an ensemble, so it's gonna change quite a bit. It's called, what's the name? Colors of the Sunrise.
Right before you start,
Yeah.
what should I share with people where they could find more of your music?
My music,
Yeah.
probably my Instagram.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
go. Help me find that real quick. What is it called?
okay,
What's your tag?
Tatiangelica Piano. It's not very friendly with English speakers. Sorry.
Cool.
So-
I'll see how I can do it. I'll get it out there.
Yeah, Angelica.
And I'll
So
let you
it's
get
like-
set up. I know I just interrupted your
No, it's
flow
fine.
there.
So yeah, Colors of the Sunrise.
Oof.
Wonderful, Tatiana. I just ruined it.
You ruined it.
No, I just sang. I heard a pitch and I started singing.
Okay.
Wonderful. I
Well, you're
think
supposed to put your mute on, Mike.
yeah, right? Right? And then
¿Tiene como bambuquito por ahí, Tati?
It's actually not a bambuco, but it's like if one of those ternaries. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's like they're switching between the feeling on 3 and 2 all the time.
Beautiful. Sí.
That's how that kind of music works.
I kind of felt it in 6.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually it's there's always a big discussion about it because it's folkloric music. It's not all the time written. So
Right.
by the time it gets to the academy, it's like, oh, it must be written in 3, 4. No, but it feels like 6, 8. So
Right.
then you have to feel it in 2. So it's like, oh, I don't know. We have to listen and copy and then
How do you
try to
feel it?
transcribe.
How do you feel it? 6?
3.
6,
Pa,
Three?
pa, pa.
Okay.
But when you're playing the ostinato in the first part, like I'm hearing almost like a cascara.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but then like tatak tatak tatak. Yeah, I don't know how
Okay.
to. I can't think too much about it, otherwise I'm
Right,
gonna fall
right.
down the stairs.
that's what's so, and we just talked about this thing where it's like Western notation, Western culture, let's throw it out the window. We got to absorb others. And my Indian rhythm teacher says, he's like, you are thinking too much. He actually says that. He's like, don't think, just feel. And the other stuff will come, but you're analyzing too much.
Yeah,
I'm like,
actually,
he's
fun
right.
fact about this kind of music, because this is not originally meant for piano, right? So it's faster and like the sound effects are different because you have to actually hit the strings with your palm. So it gets a different sound. But once you play that in an ensemble, it's always like an accelerando, but it is
Accelerando.
like these crazy times, and they used to make fun of us, like the academics. It's like, you're falling off of the horse or something like that. Like you can't keep up with us, or like they used to say like the old lady's falling down the stairs. That's how
And
they will call that.
And that's, I just saw Rachel was on Mate Meetup, and I'm so sorry, I don't remember Rachel's last name right now. You can go watch the episode. She plays some berimbau.
Marimba.
Yeah, and she says that she just kept reiterating, academics aren't playing this music. We're playing a dedication to the music, but the real players grew up playing this, and it's like there's a difference between academia studious and actually growing up playing it, right?
That's right.
Really
Yeah,
cool,
it's really-
Tatiana. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the invitation.
That
And
was-
shout out to Juan Carlos Contreras, the composer. And Elvis, I have to say, Elvis Diaz, I think. I forgot the last name, sorry. He's actually the one who recorded this in the harp, and it has a solo, and this solo is his. So, for the
Cool.
record.
Okay.
Transcribed.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
There's Juan Carlos. Where is he from?
Juan Carlos, I think he's
Bogota?
Colombian. No. Yes, I think he's from Bogota, but he's been very active playing between Venezuela and Colombia. I think he's known as actually more for playing bandola than cuatro.
Okay.
But I met him because where I studied, they have this focus on Latin American musics. So he was one of the teachers there. I was like pretty lucky because I was studying like classical piano, but he was my teacher and he was like the real legit player. So like, let me learn everything,
Yeah, that's cool. Wow.
Yes. Ta-da.
Well, let's do a little segue. Let's go over, see where what's Brian up to?
What's
You know,
Brian
play,
Yes.
what is Brian going to play for us next?
Thinking Tatiana is a hard act to follow.
I want to do a little plug and say I see those I see your mallets there, huh?
Oh yeah,
Guess
this is
who else has them?
a fresh set. Would that be Mike Newmeyer?
Yeah, I started playing them a little bit. There's a new video. I think the newest video is out. But little plug, Encore Mallets, Bryan Carrott. And on to you, Brian. I just wanted to kind of...
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for the plug, man. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna play this piece. I was gonna try another original, but I'm not that comfortable playing it on the vibes yet. And one of the musicians I used to play with was now the late Ralph Peterson, an incredible drummer, composer, band leader, educator, and he just lost his battle with cancer recently. And so one of the frustrations for me having COVID was that I couldn't go to see him. I was just about to see him, and the day before I was about to go, I tested positive. So that was it's just hard to believe, because he was such a life force with creativity and music and just it's hard to put it in the short terms. But so I'm just gonna play this as a dedication to his memory, and it's a Duke Ellington composition. It's entitled "In a Sentimental Mood," and I'm gonna do it my way. You'll see if you have an idea of what I'm doing with it. It's traditionally a ballad. Okay.
Woof.
So
Wow.
excellent.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
What an honor to hear you, man. Woof.
Thanks.
What an honor to hear you.
Well,
Beautiful. Oof.
it just
Well-
reminds me I need to keep practicing.
I loved
An honor,
multiple
what an honor.
moments. Multiple moments were like,
You were getting nuts.
Oof.
Like, what?
oh, I just, you'll go, yeah, I'm gonna, I put a YouTube video, and then what did I put up there? I put your IG account up there, and then I put the wiki article. You've got a wiki article, Brian, and it's really an honor to have you.
Oh, Wikipedia?
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
And then I wanted to ask you where I should point people
Hola, Dieguito. Ya te llamo.
to find out more about your music, and
Ya te llamo.
once we get out of the dark ages, how they will find out where to see you.
Well, my main posting is I think I only got on to Instagram regularly within the last well, I guess it's since the summer, I think, maybe. You know, I used to peek in there and then just get off. Like I didn't really want to have an account, but you know, I'm not as active on it as I am with Facebook, but I usually post things on Facebook when I'm you know, if I have something happening.
Cool.
I even shared this on my Facebook page, but right now that's the main way.
How can
There's
we
a,
find you on Facebook? How can we find you on Facebook?
Yeah, it's my name, Brian with a Y, and my last name is Carrott, like Zanahoria. It's 2 R's and 2 T's. Actually, some of my Spanish friends call me Zanahoria. That's a long story. But
Zanahoria.
yeah. So the difference is in English, but my last name has 2 T's. Like the English word normally has 1. So that's how you would find, you know. I'm on a lot of stuff on YouTube. One of the things is I played on a promotional video for 2 LP artists that were based in California, but they were on tour, and then their normal band has a vibes player, but they were touring with Pancho Sanchez, so their vibes player wasn't touring with them. So the studio is in Jersey, and they needed to make a promotional video, so I learned the song and played with them on that. That's just one tune. And then, there's most of the stuff I'm on probably is lately I'm in a Latin jazz group called Steve Kroon Latin Jazz Ensemble. Steve Kroon was a sideman for Luther Vandross and Ron Carter simultaneously for many years, like about 20 years. And he has his own group. And so I'm on some live stuff with him. Did about 4 CDs with him. And the latest one is called In Your Dreams, which we co-wrote. And the latest thing that I'm out was something that I was in a couple of recording sessions that got done just before the pandemic shut down. And one was a collaboration with Reggie Nicholson, who is a drummer originally from Chicago, multi-percussionist and educator, and also a former sideman with Henry Threadgill. And it was basically like a percussion composition with Horn, one of his mentors from Chicago, and myself and a hand drummer, Baba Don. Oh my goodness, can't remember his last name. Oh, Baba Don. So but the thing that's out most recently is a recording by a cellist, an improvising cellist, incredible player named Christopher Hoffman, and the recording is called Asp Nimbus, something like that. I can't say it right. I have to practice, but it's just coming out. You might find it on my page. A little link to it, to the information. Literally is, and he also advertise it on Instagram. Christopher,
A Menaphis?
huh?
A Menaphis? I'm looking at something else, probably.
No, that's not it. No, it's like I think it's called Nimbus, something like that.
Okay.
Oh man, that doesn't. No, it's not Asp. I'll
We'll have to look it up. I can look it up and get it in the comments later.
embarrassing. Yeah. Okay.
Gabo, you have any questions for Ryan? No, just praise.
Okay, it's called ASP Nimbus, NIM Bus, BUS.
Okay.
ASP Nimbus. Yeah. And it's always his original music, and it's incredible stuff. And I meant to ask Bryan, that was a Deegan instrument he was playing, right? Did you notice that?
I believe he owns an Aurora.
Yeah. Wow.
Aurora
Very cool.
model.
Hey, Bryan, is that Vibraphone M55?
Yeah, this is an M55.
Master 55?
This is not my M55. It actually has a busted string. I don't know if you heard a couple of times a note clink. I didn't really replace the string. I just tied it up. It's not the main instrument I use. The video Zoom clinic thing that I was on last week, I used the instrument I endorsed. It's Majestic.
Okay.
That's related to Mapex drums. And it has a type of, I have a black bars that's has a substance called carbon print. It's like carbon fiber, and it helps to cut down on the some of the overtones that you normally get on most vibraphones. And so yeah, it's a little bit different sound, but I'm into my little studio in the basement today, so I was on the M55.
Yeah, sounded good, and I didn't actually hear the clink.
Oh, you didn't hear the clink?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, not
I
at
might
all.
have just thought it was the shaft clicking, or maybe, but
Oh, yeah.
if I heard it, basically, we'd all be really enjoying it, and then you do something like kind of faster, a little more technical, a little cool, some type of cool scale, and then Gabriel and I, Tatiana, we look at each other, we'll be like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like, this is
And
the
then, like-
weird part about not having us, like, because in real life we will be like, you will be listening all the guys like, oh, this is cool. But
The only thing we can
all
do is
music,
like
just
visual,
hands.
we must do visual. And
Oh,
then
okay.
I really liked when you did one where then you had like both mallets at the same time. You did a few clusters, and it was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
It was
the
like
clusters,
so-
The clusters.
I think it's basically
Beautiful.
I use that
Really
with
nice.
dominant chords where you have the flat 5 and the third are close together,
Mhm.
and so you create this thing. And I think that's one of the
Sounds
things
good.
that I do that just came from playing the instrument, like because my background is piano and then drums and then percussion in high school. That's where I discovered the vibes. For me, it was like all of the things coming together, the harmonic and the percussive and the melodic, and then the influence of certain musicians, obviously, like Duke Ellington and Thelonious Monk and people like that. So
It's true.
there's so much to be influenced by, though, So, did you understand? Could you tell the rhythm I was playing it in?
I wondered if Gabrielle, did you hear a style? I might not be knowledgeable enough to call it something.
So probably when I started out, look, I'm looking at the instrument backwards.
Cascara.
La
Basically,
An
cáscara-
yeah.
Afro Q
la
and
cáscara
tac,
del-
tac,
Yeah.
tac, 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 tac.
Yeah, it's like a
La cáscara, dice Mike. Sí, Mike.
Yeah, am I off? It's not exactly that.
well, you would play at Cascada rhythm if you were playing the drums. If you're playing the trap set, might play that on the side of the floor tom or something.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's always what I thought. It was the right hand Right hand. You do clave in the left hand. You do cascara in the right hand.
Yeah, well, if you're right,
I don't really understand. What is? Am I saying it wrong, Gabrielle?
I don't know. No, it's really good.
Just
I don't know
is
how
it?
to say cascara in English. Tati, how do you say cascara in English? A reading
I
pattern?
I put
Reading
two.
pattern? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I didn't hear that first, Brian. That's pretty cool.
yeah, I just tried to set it up that way, but yeah, it's hard if you don't have the people playing with you. But I knew I was doing something interesting when I was actually I was in the studio to do a sort of soundtrack for a TV series. Saxophonist Benny Wallace was the composer, was the writer for it, and he hired Eddie Gomez to play bass, and I was doing it on marimba. You know, I was just warming up. I didn't even know Eddie Gomez was there, and then he came over and he was watching and smiling. So I said, "Wow, this must actually be something." So
Very cool.
so I like to perform it that way. You know, there's a lot of things you can do with ballads where you can superimpose other rhythms. You know, that the time just lays, and then you can do something different. I sometimes play body and soul with a maiden voyage vamp kind of rhythm, you know. So
I like hearing that. Yeah, let's mix it all together, make it our own, right?
yeah, there's a lot of possibilities.
Well, we would have, as far as like the schedule of the day goes, Tatiana would play another one and Brian would close out for us. Does that sound good?
Yes, because we're like,
Yeah, we're
I
a
was
little.
planning to be here until
So,
1.
so you guys are not
Oh,
playing?
you can also leave. We. Oh yeah, we can seal up if you don't want to play as well.
Where?
It sounded like you needed to go somewhere.
Kind of, because I was planning to stay until 1:30.
Yeah,
until like 1:30.
We also talked more than normal, so do
Yeah.
you want to let me phrase it differently? Do you guys have time to play another one?
Like I would rather just like play because I don't want to rush it. But
Skip. Brian, do you want to play another one?
I don't mind.
Maybe running out of time.
you don't mind?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to hold everybody up, but so you guys are not going to play at all?
No, I mean Gabrielle and I decided
time.
not to. Everybody hears us every week, although and you can convince me otherwise that you guys don't get to hear us, but everybody who watches hears us every week, so we decided to highlight the guests more.
Okay. So is Tatiana going to play, or she has to go?
No, I guess it's your turn. Again.
So yeah, it's totally up to you, Tatiana. I don't want to force it.
No, it's like because I don't want to feel like then I'm gonna be
Rushed.
like later. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Why don't you play us out?
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Excited. Yeah.
Wow, thank you for bringing the
Oh,
great Korea. It's
man.
like,
You improvise a little bit. You improvise a little bit. A little bit. A little bit.
Just un poquito.
Un poquito.
That's good.
That's what when people ask if I speak Spanish, I say poco a poco, or if I understand it, poco a poco.
Poco a poco.
Poco a poco, un café solo, por favor.
Ah,
Cascara.
ay,
Cáscara.
solo por please.
And Gabrielle has now have another joke. So wonderful.
It's beautiful music, man. Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
thank you very much.
well,
Excellent.
thanks for letting me participate. This is really a beautiful way to connect and share and
well,
be inspired.
I'm so inspired, and I want to tell everybody the story that when Bryan and I first met, I was like, hey, you want to have a Zoom session? We could kind of talk about sharing music. Bryan was ready to have a little lesson with me. He was like, oh, my wife is making dinner, but I'm having a lesson with you. And I was like, oh, I just wanted to talk about the potential of sharing music. And then I just want to thank you for your graciousness, and it's been an honor. And Tatiana, it's
Beautiful.
been really
Gracias.
cool to meet you. And
Yes.
I thought of an acronym for you as BA. That's bad. But someone
That's a good
commented
thing.
like, you go, girl. They commented in the, that was our friend, I think. They commented, and I thought, yeah, that's the acronym. So thank you for showing us your talents today.
Tati, muchas gracias por compartir la música.
Gracias a ustedes. Thank you so much. It's been an honor. You know, it's like I wasn't expecting this. Like it's beautiful. Thank you. I'm happy today. After this. And
I'll tell ya.
these are great. Like
I always, yes, Tatiana?
I'll be looking forward to listen to you guys because I have to confess this is the first time I watched this. What's the name? Michael and Friends, right?
Oh yeah, Mike Newmeyer music
Mike.
and
Exactly.
sharing music, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to listen to you guys the next time. And it's been an honor. All you guys are like, wow, super level. So thanks. I feel honored.
I always leave. I
It's
leave on
mine.
Saturdays. Brian?
I said I'm just expressing the same thing. It's my honor to be here.
And I always leave sharing music's mega inspired, mega happy. And so, Gabrielle, thank
Yeah.
you.
No, thank you, man.
Gracias
Mike.
por tu tiempo y por tu amigo, friendship.
Amistad. Amistad.
Amistad.
Amistad.
Muchas gracias por tu amistad.
Gracias.
Gracias a ti. My pleasure, man. Gracias a ti, Mike.
Let's all stay connected. Let's say goodbye to Facebook. See you later, everybody. I'm going to cover
Bye,
the
Facebook.
camera. Oh.
Ooh.